Good morning students, welcome back to my channel. Students, in the last class we are discussed about how we have sort the elements using insertion sort method, right? So I hope you try to execute the program by using a computer or laptop. So today we are go for next operation of the array, that is insertion operation. Insertion operation. What is the meaning of insertion operation? Insertion operation means we want to insert a new element to the array for a particular position. We want to insert new element into the array at a particular position. At a particular position. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಒಂದು ಅರೇನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಅರೇಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Insertion operation can be defined as the process of inserting the new element to the existing array at a particular position. So what is the procedure we are used to insert an element to the array? So I will explain with a small example. So I will take 5 elements. An array A of 5 elements. So this is array. I will give the maximum size of the array is 5 and stored the 5 elements to the array. The elements I will take as 10, 20, 40, 50, 60. You know, in the array, the elements can be stored in a contiguous memory location. Contiguous memory location means the elements are arranged one after the other from beginning to end. So, the position of E of 0 is 10, position of 20 is E of 1, position of 40 is E of 2, position of 50 is E of 3 and position of 60 is E of 4. The maximum number of elements contains in an array is 5. That maximum number of elements we are considered as n. N is 5, then the 5 elements can be stored in the array. The array subscript begins with 0 and ends with size minus 1 or n minus 1. N means 5, 5 minus 1 is 4. So 4 is the last element position, 0 is the first element position. Understood? So this is an existing array. Now I want to insert element 30. Which element we want to insert? The element 30 we want to insert. Insert element 30 to the array at position 2. At position 2. At which position we are inserting the new element 30? For the position 2, we are inserting the element is 30. So what we are doing to insert the element 30 to the position 2, directly this element is not inserted to this position. Suppose we are directly inserting this element to this position, what happens? Here the 40 element is replaced, the element 30 and the 40 element is missing in the array. Once we are inserting the new element to the array, so the array elements become 6 because in the existing array 5 elements are there. Now we are adding one more element, then the total number of elements are 6. But here what happens? The 30 element is replaced the element 40, array elements are 5. So that's why we are lost one element. That's why we are not directly inserting the element to the position. First, we make it this position. Which position we require? The position is 2. Then E of 2 position we are make it as blank or vacant. ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ವೇಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so we are asking each and every element to that particular position to the higher order positions. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ now the element 60 is present in which position? F4. Now 60 is shifted to F5 position. Now position extra ತಗೊಂಡು 60 ಅನ್ನ F5 position ಗೆ shift ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Consider the next element position is F5. Now 60 is shifted to F5 position. Now F4 is blank and 60 is shifted to one next higher order position. Next what we are doing? The element 50 is shifted to F4 position. So the previous element, previous of 60 element is 50. 50 is shifted to the next higher order position. Now 50 is present in F3 position. This F3 position element we want to shift it to F4 position. 50 is stored in F4. F3 position is vacant. But we require the position is 2. Then we shifted one more element, right? That one more element is 40. Now 40 we are shifted to F3 position. The element 40 we are shifted to F3 position. So this element is shifted to the next higher order position. Now 40 is stored in F3 position. Now our required position is blank. Our required position is empty now. Then we are inserting the new elements 30 to the position 2. We are write the statement F2 equals to 30. Then the element 30 is stored in this position. So this is the procedure we are used to insert the new element to the array. Students, you understand? So it is a very easy method to insert the new element to the array. First what we have to do? We are shifting which position we require. That position to the next higher order positions. We are shifted next one bit higher order positions. Once our required position is vacant, then we are inserting the new element to that particular position. Once we insert the new element to the particular position, see now how many elements are there in the array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements, right? So before that we have taken the maximum size of the elements of 5. Now we are increased n value is 6. Because we are increased one element, right? So we are adding one more position. So now n value is 6. So it will indicates array contains 6 elements. After inserting the elements, we are increase the array size by 1 unit. Are you clear? So the procedure is when we are inserting the new element to the array. First, we know the position. For which position we want to insert which element. After knowing the position, what we have to do? We are shifting all the position and after elements to the next higher order positions. So position to after elements we are shifted to the next higher order positions. Once that particular position becomes blank or vacant, we are inserting the element to that position. After inserting the element, the array size is increased by 1 unit. Only one element we are inserting, that's why the array size is increased by 1 unit. So based on this procedure, we write the algorithm for insertion sort. Algorithm for insertion operation. Students, the insertion sort and insertion operation both are different. Insertion sort means we are arranging the elements in an array. Insertion operation means we are inserting the new element to the array. So I will write the definition of an algorithm for the insertion operation is, let A be an array contains n elements. A be an array contains n elements. ELA is the element to be inserted at position POS. At position POS. This is the definition of insertion operation. Now, I will write the algorithm using step-by-step procedure. Step 1. We are shifting the position and the next elements to the next higher order positions, right? We are using the for loop for I equals to. We are shifting the last element first. So that's why last element position is n minus 1 we are taken down to. We are decreased positions for shifting operation down to up to position we have shifted the elements. For I equals to n minus 1 down to position. What we are doing this array for loop, we are shifting the I element to the I plus 1 position. After shifting in the for loop, we get the position. Then step 2 is for of position, we are inserting an element. After inserting an element, in the step 3, we are increase array size by 1 unit. Next step is stop. See here, only 4 steps are there for the insertion algorithm. What is the step 1? We are taken I initial value is last element position. I minus 1 is the last element position. Down to pos means here we are decreasing the high value because previous element like that we are decreasing the high value. Next in that follow we are shifting the element to the next higher order positions. After shifting is completed, we are vacant position at, so that vacant position we are inserting an element. After that we are increase the array size by 1 unit. We are stop the algorithm. So this algorithm is very important for 5 marks. See, definition is having 1 mark. Each and every step is having 1 mark. So 4 steps and definition carries 5 marks. In the exam, there has write an algorithm for insert an element into the array or write an algorithm for insertion operation. So for the both questions, you write this algorithm, definition and algorithm. Students, are you clear the algorithm? Next, we go for how to implement the C++ program and how the program will be insert the new element to the particular position. This program, write a C++ program to insert an element into the array at particular position. So now we are defining the class. Before that we are include the header files hash include iostream.h and another header file hash include on io.h reference. Later we want to display array elements after insertion, right? So that's why we are include another header files to take the width space. We are include setw function. For that io manip header file is required. After that we are define the class. So this program is important for the lab exam and as well as theory part. Class, I will give the name is insert element. So don't give your insert. In the C++ language, insert and delete other keywords. So that's why the keywords we are not used to give the identifier name, class name, variable name, data member name. So insert element is the class name. Now in the class, we are declare the data members int array of size 100 n elements for loop variable I. We are inserting the elements e variable we require, at position we require POS. These are all the required variables we are declared under insert element class. Next we are define the declare the member function here. First member function void input second member function void. Void we are take the class name is insert yearly. The two class name and function name both are different. So here class name is insert element. Here I and E are capital letters. Here we are using insert yearly. Class name insert yearly is a function name. Insert element is a class name. These two are different to each other. Next one, output. Next, we are close the class definition, terminate with semicolon and define the first function void. Inputs. We are using the scope resolution operator. The syntax is return data type followed by the class name, insert element, followed by scope resolution operator, followed by the member function name input. So in this function we array the values cout, enter size of the array, enter size of the array. We array n value using cin statement. Cin n. The size we are read using the variable n. Next we are read array elements. Enter elements to the array. Enter elements to the array. In the for loop we are read the array elements for I initial value is 0, I condition less than I plus plus. Inside the for loop we are written cin a of I. We are close the for loop here. Next we are read another value cout, enter new element to be inserted. We are read yearly value. Later we are in another input, enter position, enter the position. For which position we are inserting the element. Enter position. We are read cin POS. POS 1. Next we are close the input member function. Later we are define insert yearly function. Return data type is void. Class name is insert element followed by scope resolution operator followed by function name. So in this function what we are to do? We write the algorithm steps, right? So before that I will give one clue. If array is having 5 elements, we are insert the elements from A of 0 to A of 4 position, right? Suppose we are given the position is 10. It is a valid position to insert the element? No, it is an invalid position. For that purpose, we are given the condition if position is greater than n. Position is greater than n. Cout. It will give the message invalid position. Invalid position. Otherwise, else. So we are using the for loop for the algorithm steps. For I equals to n minus 1, I greater than or equal to position, I minus minus. Next, in the for loop, we are in the statement if A of I plus 1 equals to A of I. Next, we are close the for loop and write the statement A of position equals to yearly. Next, we are increase n value by 1 unit. We are close the else class and we are close the insert element function. Next, we want to display the output, right? For that purpose, we are define the output function. Void return data type followed by the class name insert element, followed by scope resolution operator, followed by class name output. Sorry, function name output. So in this output function, we want to display the elements. After insert, array elements or element insert ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ array elements ಯಾವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? For I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. In the for loop, we add the cout statement to display the array elements c of I and give the width space by using setw function. We are given 5 width space. Next, we are close the output function. Later, we are declare the main function of our program using return data type is void. Void means the first statement is creation of an object using the class name. Class name is insert element. We are creating an object is E because I is already declared for the for loop purpose. That's why we are using E object. So we add CLR function. We are call each and every function using an object name E. E dot input, E dot insert ELE function. Next, E dot output. Later we call the get ch function. Close the main function. So this is the way to implement a C++ program for insertion sort. Now I will explain how this program is trace out and to insert the new element to the particular position. Friends, you know how the program is traced. The program execution begins with the main function. In the main function, the first statement is execute. The first statement is insert element A. So this is a class name used to create an object. So the compiler check whether the class is defined in the program or not. Already we have defined the class, then the compiler is allocate a block of memory space to our object E. Later, the CLR function is called. It will clear the previous output script. The output script is ready to give the output of our program. Next, it will execute the next statement. In the next statement, we are called the input function with an object E dot input. Directly the control comes to the class and here we are declare the function. Then the control is transferred to the function definition. Here the function is defined outside the class definition with the use of scope resolution operator. Then it will execute the statement enter size of the array. So here I will write the output statements. The output statement, it will execute enter size of the array. Enter size of the array. We are given size of the array is 5. The value 5 will be stored in which variable? N. Now n contains the value is 5. Later it will execute the statement enter elements to the array. Enter elements to the array. We are entered 5 elements, right? The 5 elements can be read by using a for loop. Here the statement will be repeatedly execute 5 times and read the 5 elements. I will give the elements of 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. So 5 elements read ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ for loop terminate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. For loop terminate ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ it will execute the next statement. In the next statement, what we are written? Enter new element to be inserted. That statement will be displayed on the output script. Enter new element to be inserted. So I will give the new element is 20. This will be stored in which variable? ELE variable. ELE contains the value is 20. So n contains value 20, ELE contains value n contains value 5, ELE contains value 20. Later it will execute the statement enter position. Enter position. Once this statement is executes, we are given the position value, right? I will give position is 2. So that 2 is stored in which variable? POS variable. POS contains the value is 2. After that, the input function is terminates. The control is transferred to the main function and it will call another function. The other function is insert ELE function. Now the insert ELE function start execution. So inside, you know how the input function will be executed and it will read the variable values in our class. So here, now we are trace out how the insert element function will be executed. So what is the first statement in the insert ELE function? The first statement is if position is greater than n. Substitute position and n value. The position value is 2, n value is 5. 2 is greater than 5? No. Then when the condition is false, it will go to else class and execute the else statements. So in the else class, what is the loop we are used for? I equals to n minus 1, I greater than or equal to position, I minus minus. Carefully observe the follow. Substitute n value. N value is 5. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. What is the initial value of I? 4. Then 4 is greater than or equal to position. What is the position value? Position value is 2. So 4 is greater than or equal to 2. 4 is greater than 2. Then condition is true. Later, I is decreased its value by 1 unit. What is the value of I now? 4. 4 minus 1 becomes 3. So this value can be given for the next iteration. But this iteration, I value 4 will be given. So what happens when the I value is 4? Here, it will execute the statement A of I plus 1 equals to A of I. Substitute A of I plus 1 and I value. A of I value is 4. 4 plus 1 equals to A of 4. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ I value 4 ಇದೆ 4 plus 1 I plus 1 ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ 4 plus 1 A of I ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4. So add 4 plus 1 is 5. A of I equals to A of 4. So in the array, observe A of 4 contains which element? So 10 will be stored in A of 0 position. 15 is stored in A of 1 position. 25 is stored in A of 2 position. 30 is stored in A of 3 position. 35 is stored in A of 4 position. Which element is stored in A of 4? 35. Now 35 is stored in A of 5th position. What happens here? This 35 is goes to A of 5 position. Are you clear? Next, it is a for loop statement, right? Again, it will take the decrement value of I. So what is the decremented value of I? 3. So this 3 is greater than or equal to position. What is the position value? 2. Then 3 is greater than 2. 3 is greater than 2, right? Condition true. Again, for the next iteration, I equals to 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. For this iteration, I value is 3. By using the value 3, again the statement will be repeatedly executed. What is the statement? A of I plus 1 equals to A of I. So substitute I value. A of 3 plus 1 equals to A of 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4. A of 4 equals to A of 3. In the A of 3 position, which element is there in an array? 30. Now 30 is stored in which position? A of 4. Means the element 30 is shifted to the next higher order position. 30 is shifted to A of 4 position. Later, it will take the decremented value of I. What is the decremented value of I? 2. Now, I value is 2. Again, it will take the condition. 2 is greater than or equal to position. 2 is not greater than 2, but it is equal to 2. Yes, condition true. Again, I is decrease its value by 1 unit. Here high value is 2. For the next iteration, high value is 1. But for this iteration, it will give high value is 2. By using the value 2, again the statement will be repeatedly executed. What is the statement? A of I plus 1 equals to A of I. A of I plus 1 means high value is 2. 2 plus 1 equals to A of 2. Then A of 2 plus 1 means 3. A of 3 equals to A of 2. In the A of 2 position, which element is present? 25. Now, the 25 element is shifted to which position? A of 3 position. So, this element 25 is shifted to A of 3 position. Later, again, it will take the decremented value of I. What is the decremented value of I? Here 1, right? By using this 1, it will take the decremented value of I is 1. So, by using the 1, it will check the condition I is greater than or equal to position. So, 1 is greater than or equal to 2. So, 1 is greater than 2, condition false. 1 is equal to 2, again condition is false. So, once the condition is false, it will come out of the for loop. So, after that, it will execute the next statement in a function. What statement we are written here? We are written A of position equals to ELE. So, here substitute position in ELE value. Position means 2. For the 2 position, element means 20. So, for the A of 2 position, we are inserting the element 20. Now, 20 will be inserted at the position 2. Understood? Successfully we are inserting the element to the particular portion. After that, it will execute the next statement. The next statement is n equals to n plus 1. So, what is the value of n in our program? 5. Now, 5 plus 1 becomes 6. N contains the value is 6. After that, it will come out of the else class and it will come out of the insert ELE function. So, once it will terminate the function, the control is go to the main function and it will call the another function. The other function is output function. So, the control is transferred to the output function. Here, the output function statement start execution. What is the first statement we are written in the output function? The first statement is after insert array elements or the slash n, the cursor is goes to the new line. Next, here we are initialize the value of I is 0, right? The initial value of I is 0. We are given the condition is I less than n. What is the value of n? In our program 6. So 0 is less than 6. Yes, the condition is true. Then it will print which value? A of 0 value. So in our program, A of 0 contains element is 10. 10 is displayed. After that, the setW function will be executed and it will take 5 with space. So here we are increase the high value by 1 unit, right? For the next iteration, I becomes 1. So 1 is less than 6. Again the condition is true. It will execute A of 1 value. So A of 1 contains 15. That 15 will be printed here. So next, the incremented value of I will be taken. I is 2. 2 will be checked for the condition. 2 is less than 6. Again, condition is true. It will display A of I value. So A of I value is A of 2. A of 2 position element 20 will be there. Again, the setW function, it will give 5 with this space. It will take the incremented value of I. The incremented value of I is 3. By using the 3 value, it will check the condition. 3 is greater than 3 is less than 6. Yes, the condition is true. Then it will print A of I value. A of I means A of 3. A of 3 contains 25. 25 will be printed. After that, the setW function takes 5 with the space. Then it will take the incremented value of I. I is incremented by 4. So 4 it is used to check the condition. 4 less than 6. Again the condition is true. Then it will print A of 4 value. In the position you have 4, the element 30 will be present. That 30 will be displayed here. Again, the set W function take 5 with the space. After that, it will take incremented value of I. I is 5. 5 it is used to check the condition. 5 is less than 6. Yes, the condition is true. Then A of I value is displayed. A of 5 contains 35. So 35 is displayed. After that, I incremented value it will be taken. The incremented value of I is 6. But here the condition I less than n. 6 is less than 6. No, the condition is false. Once the condition is false, it will come out of the follow and it will terminate the output function. So once the function is terminated, the control is go to the main function and it will call the getCH function. So the getCH function is displayed the output on the present monitor screen. So here our program output is our program output. First, we are having 5 elements into the array. Later, to the position 2, we are inserting the element 20. After inserting the element 20 to the position 2, we get 6 elements. The 6 elements are 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Understood? So, this output is displayed on the present monitor screen with the help of getCH function. Later, the main function will be terminated. Students, do you understand how the element can be inserted to the particular position? So here, this is very easy because I will trace out the program. So once the program will be traced out, you definitely understand how the program will be executed and it will be generated the output. So that's why I will trace out the programs. The students are very easily grasp the program and each and every step will be clear. So this program, you try to execute in the computer because here there is no errors. It is an error-free program. Definitely you type the program as it is. I will written on the board. So definitely you get the results. Okay. Because this program this year I will inserted input. We have put it in the lab. So totally we have discussed 4 programs because we are already explained 4 operations. Traversing operation 1 program. In a linear search, binary search, insertion sort and insertion operation, insert an element into the array. So almost all programs are easy, right? So the tracing is very helpful to you to understand the program easily, that's why. So next, in next class, we go for the last operation in an array, that is to delete an element from the particular portion of the array. So that program also we have put it in the lab. I will explain in the next class. Here I will send the notes today. First 10 pages. You copy and write it in the CS notes. Later I will send the next pages notes. Okay. Students, you give more importance for the video classes. Because yesterday's Suresh Kumar is told their plan to arrange the timetable for the HANIL exam for PU, right? So that's why. So don't neglect the video classes. Don't spoil your life this year because of this COVID-19. Give the more importance for the video classes and you study well in your home because there is no disturbance in your home in the class. So the time will be wasted to wake up, get ready, come to the college and go back to the home. You take rest. So a lot of time will be wasted now. That in this situation, you use that time. You utilize that time also for studying. Okay, you maintain the notes. That will be helpful for your exam and that will be helpful for your future also. Okay, students. Thank you.